So you guys suck.
What's going
like
on?
a lot.
What's going on, Connor?
So let's just. The audience doesn't know this is
How many people does it take to make a podcast
We use names
the
here,
right
right?
way?
Right, Connor?
First
Yes?
names
First
only.
names only, yeah.
Okay.
First name basis, Stephen.
So don't tell the audience that this is our third attempt at this episode,
Yeah. We can't tell anyone that.
No, don't tell them that.
That's all my fault, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is episode 5, part 3.
Version 3.
My
It's
bad.
Version
3.0.
3 Thanksgiving special.
It's my bad.
And by that, there's nothing special about it. But it's coming out on Thanksgiving, so...
Thanksgiving
Hold on.
special.
Speaking of which, since I've seen the other episodes, like I fall asleep to them, so
Scene?
What?
I watch them on YouTube, so technically I am watching them. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for the watch content. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I give
Make
that.
sure you like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up and leave a comment.
I'm subscribed, but I'm not commenting, and I'm definitely not thumbsing up because I'm very particular about my likes on my YouTubes.
But we need to get them likes
So-
and thumbs
no,
up and
but
comments.
if I like
going
it,
strong,
no,
you know?
because if I like it, it goes in my liked folder, and I don't want it in my liked folder because I have other stuff that I want that's specifically for likes. So I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Okay.
But my point is, do you already have a background picture saved and made like for it? Because I noticed each episode you have like a custom
Yeah,
template.
no, I'm gonna be making a fun one for this one.
He's
Okay,
got
cool.
he's got a template. He'll
I've
put
got-
he'll put a big fucking turkey on the,
No,
front
no,
page.
no. Okay, yeah, but okay.
Yeah. A stuffed turkey.
So, in light of the holiday, I'm just gonna go ahead and say what I'm thankful for. You guys can chime
We're
in if
doing-
you
We're
like.
doing that gay
Uh,
stuff.
Yes, Connor, it's that holiday. Okay, all right.
that
Have a little,
holiday.
have a little grace in your life.
I do.
No.
Yes.
No.
I do.
Okay. So anyway, so I'm thankful for
These nuts.
No.
Oh, sorry.
You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for the fact that this beautiful, beautiful state is still red
Yeah. That's true.
for now.
For now.
But
Trump 2020,
I agree, 100%.
yeah. Red wave.
blue
yeah.
splash.
Blue, blue puddle.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for my
Blue
6
drop.
hour P365. It's really awesome. Thank you.
that is a nice carry.
Tritium sights, yes.
Yes.
He's so. I know.
I know.
He
I
just,
It's my fault for
I'm
showing
jelly.
him. I
I'm
know.
jelly. I'm super jelly. I
I
want that gun.
I like it. I don't know how to use it, but it looks cool to look at.
Now you know
No,
how to
you know how
use
to
it.
use it. You were pretty good at shooting it.
He's also very modest.
Is that what you're thankful for? You're thankful for your 6 hour
Yes.
P365?
You better sleep with it.
I do.
Do you
at
sleep with it
night.
under your
I
pillow?
pretend it's a Walter PPK and my name is James Bond. I put it on my pillow.
Nice.
I wake up in the middle of the night and I stroke it. I cock it.
Good.
I
You should. You play with it.
Well, I do desk pops too. I don't even know what those are.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do
at
those
work,
later.
right?
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
My coworker was like, hell yeah. He liked it.
I can only imagine what would happen if I did a desk pop at my work. Just destroy someone's multi-million-dollar house.
Yeah.
Put a hole in their like plaster ceiling or something. That'd be bad.
Just duct tape. They'll
Really?
never notice.
Yeah.
The house is like, isn't their ceilings like 20 feet high? I mean, they'll never look up. They'll never see it anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, you'd be surprised. The amount of
Particularness? Yeah, I know what
Yes.
you mean.
Meticulousness.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
will.
That's the word we're looking for. Meticulousness. Yes, 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 yes. I know
Yes.
exactly what
It's
you mean.
redonkulous.
It's the same thing when I work on the same people's cars.
Yeah,
So
those people. I'm
Yeah,
in their house
those
and they
exa-
bring their cars to you.
Yes. Is that a scratch? Was that there before? Well, it's on the right up here. No, that's definitely new. Oh, it's on the right up here. You signed. Oh, it's definitely new.
Yeah.
So
Don't
just
you
so
love
people,
that?
just so people know who this random voice is that's chiming in, we've got a very special guest, very special
It's
occasion.
very special.
We've got
Very-
we've got a
very
very
special.
very special close friend with us. His name is Steven.
I have an extra chromosome. I'm sorry.
But yes, so if you hear just random noise in the background, that would be Steven. So he's gonna be our first guest today.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Round of applause. No, wait, that was actually
Oh, sorry.
it was rhetorical.
Sorry.
This chair is very uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
But it says Subaru on it.
It does say Subaru. It's comfortable for like an hour, and then after that, I have no ass, so
Oh yeah.
it's like bone meets Subaru chair. So it's like who's gonna win, the chair or my ass? And right now I'm losing.
Fair enough.
Shit, I'm sorry. Well, we'll make this one a short and sweet episode.
No, it can be an hour. I don't care. I'm already here. At this point, it's gonna go no. I'm not gonna feel anything in about 5 minutes anyway. So
Yeah. No, you're at this point. We're gonna have you chime through it.
Okay.
All right, so we figured out Steven over here. He's thankful for a 6-hour P365. It's a 9mm. It's a subcompact carry, 12 rounds clip. I'm thankful for this
Did you
beautiful
say clip?
Oh shit, I did.
Sir, it is a magazine.
That MAGA.
Yeah, it is a maga.
Hell yeah.
Can you go ahead and end my life real quick?
It's a Make
No,
America.
it's all right. We all make mistakes, Nick. It's okay.
That's a big mistake.
It's a Make America Great Again zine. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
exactly.
Yes, a magazine. I love it.
It's a MAGA.
Here, so you
zine.
want me to make you feel better? Yeah, I've got 3 clips.
Whoa.
I dropped my phone almost.
Oh my God, Steven, are you okay?
Nice.
I saved it.
Nice
We're
catch.
chilling.
Jeez, don't scare me like that.
Yeah. Don't.
You almost
It hit
you
the
almost
chair.
screwed up my floor.
It's a wood floor. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Connor.
It's
What do you
fake crap?
Connor, what are you thankful for? Whatever, man. Just whatever.
There's that trusty AR-15 over there that's sitting right next
the
to me.
Armalite 15 that's sitting over there.
Yeah.
Do you mean the assault rifle 15?
No. It's aircraft
Kill
rifle.
yourself.
Actually,
It's assault rifle
Yeah.
15.
it's
Yeah,
aircraft rifle.
Aircraft rifle.
Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously, it's assault rifle. I mean, clearly the company named Armalite would know that it's assault rifle 15.
No.
and not
You're
the letters.
wrong. You're wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now that the Space Force has called it the
Did you know
astronaut
that
rifle. Okay,
Trump
it's
actually
astronaut
just walked into our studio.
astronaut rifle 15. Okay, you're wrong. Big
All right.
water, ocean water.
You might want to turn the fan off. It might blow away that wig.
Okay, let me just go ahead and tell you right now.
I mean, hold
Shut
on. I
Shut
mean, the toupee.
Ask anybody.
Okay.
Ask anybody. Build a wall.
All right, you know what? If anyone hasn't turned off their radio by now, they just did.
Radio.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
I mean, I guess people could be
I
listening
think you mean the YouTubes.
through their radio in their car.
I mean, yeah.
So I guess you're not wrong.
Or
So,
their,
anyways,
or
what
their
do you?
Bluetooth.
Okay, so you're thankful for your AR-15
Guns, Nick.
Okay, guns.
I
okay.
like guns.
I like my guns too. So okay, all right, cool. So we got
You're
past
not
that
thankful
crap.
for your car or your family or
Oh,
anything?
again,
No,
there's a
God,
lot
no.
of things I'm thankful for, but Nick wanted something. He wanted one thing.
No, you can. No. You can keep going.
I'm thankful for family and a car I don't have.
What are you? What are you, gay?
Maybe.
Oh, me too. All right, cool.
That's all right. It's 2018.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me, man. I appreciate that.
I shouldn't have said that. Shit.
So I think for this episode, we're probably gonna spend some time talking about video
Steven.
games. Because Steven has quite an extensive background in video games.
Not really.
He's played WoW since like 2003.
What?
He's like a
What's
level,
WoW?
He's like a level 75 guild lord.
What are you even talking about?
My cancer, it hurts.
Oh my god.
So, no, but in all seriousness, no. So
Jesus.
something that I've been wanting to talk about is video games. And for those who don't care much about video games, the fact that the industry itself is not nearly as great as it used to be.
It's gone downhill a lot.
A lot.
yeah.
There's a lot of political agenda that's at play now with video games, and I think if Steven wants to chime in a little bit and kind of tell us what he thinks,
yeah.
It's all Anita Sarkeesian. I can't even say her stupid name. Anita Sarkeesian. Yeah,
God.
Who's that?
that fucking cunt.
it makes me want to
Who,
cringe.
who is that? You off that line
Anita
real hard.
Sarkeesian.
Who is it?
She's a girl that claims she's into video games. She's a quote unquote journalist.
Is she the Gamergate girl?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So she's a journalist, quote unquote, and she claims to be into video games, and essentially, she's a super far left liberal who thinks that everything in video games is either sexist or homophobic or some kind of ist. She's a psycho nut job.
So Connor, just to clue you in a little bit, remember watching that video about Candace Owens talking about the moment that she became conservative?
Yeah.
So when Candace Owens became conservative, she's talking about a video game girl who,
yeah,
So she was talking about
her.
Gamergate, yeah. Yeah. So if people aren't familiar with Gamergate, and Steven, correct me if I'm wrong with any of this, but basically it was a female who was playing video games and was being quote unquote bullied. Again, big air quotes on the bullying portion of it. And basically started this huge entire news story about how this girl was getting picked on, and they started this huge controversy over.
Hey Nick,
how,
did you get picked on in
all the time?
elementary school?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so did I. Steven, did you?
I never really got picked on, I'm gonna be honest though.
Really?
But I was always quick wit, so if someone said something.
Yeah.
When your IQ's that high, I mean, you got to be
That's
quick-witted.
true.
So
That's true.
That being said though, if someone says something and you snap back in class and make them look like a doofus, they do want to beat the ever-living shit out of you.
Yeah, I bet.
So I had to be very quick to get the fuck out of the classroom as soon as the bell rang, and make sure I was
Yeah.
near a teacher at all times.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
no, I never actually got beat up or got in a fight or anything like that.
Well,
but
the reason why I say that is just because
but everyone gets picked on. Yeah, people
Yeah.
people definitely tried to pick on me. Everyone gets picked
feelings get hurt.
On. That's normal.
You know.
yeah, we don't go to a news agency and complain that the whole
Yeah.
video game industry is sexist towards females.
It's the dumbest thing I've.
Yeah.
Video games have always been like the one, not one, but like one of those areas that it's like almost anything goes.
Yeah, and it's
Right?
getting to the point where it's not. You can't do that anymore.
It's freedom of speech, just like anything else.
Yeah.
It's a freedom.
It's a. It's
you
a.
don't
It's
you don't
a,
have you don't have freedom of expression, but it falls under freedom of
Yeah,
speech when you
but
make
like
a video game.
A video game is yeah. It's expression, speech, whatever. It's part of the. It's not. I guess it's not part of
It's
the
art.
media.
It is
but yeah,
art.
But
it is art.
is. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
So it's sad because so Steven's right. So it did start with the Gamergate, and basically what it's leading into now is basically a political agenda behind video games. They're not making video games to make it for the art. They're not making it for the people who really love it. They're making it for everybody.
Who doesn't play
That's
it?
dumb.
Right. They're like, well, we've got to target females, we've got to target children, we've got to target minorities. Like they literally go for everybody instead of like the people who actually are hardcore gamers. And that's where a lot of your classic games are falling off the
Yeah.
radar because they're just not selling well. I mean, look at I don't know if you've seen in the news, but Battlefield 5 is falling off the radar because nobody wants to pre-order the game because of all the controversy around them having women and black people in World War II.
Well, it's not just that a woman.
so-
So here's the thing. So gamers don't care that there's a woman or a black person.
No, of course not.
Or a white person or a robot or an alien. No one
sex
gives a shit.
doll.
If it's a good game, people will play it.
Yeah.
The problem with a game like Battlefield 5 is that you are sitting here and you're telling the people who have played all your other games, EA being a shitty publisher that is, forcing DICE to do this. But anyway, the point is they make this video game, they say it's historically accurate, quote unquote,
Yeah.
and then they take a woman on the front lines and give her a metal arm in World War II. Wait, what?
In World
Yeah.
War II.
Yeah,
Correct.
World War II.
Like
She's got a
the-
prosthetic arm.
And it's metal, like a robotic arm.
Yeah,
And she's a woman.
So it's
And
fiction.
she's the front runner.
yeah,
No, well, obviously it's a video game, all video games. But the point is, they're like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, it's historically accurate.
yeah.
They're trying to throw it off like it's Battlefield 2 or like it's Call of
What?
Duty 3, like World War 2. It's not. It's not
Yeah.
accurate at all. There
And-
were no women on the front lines in World War 2.
No, there wasn't. There was
And,
only
and,
a
and,
hand-
and the ones that were French.
yeah, there was only a handful of French and only a handful of Russian females, and there was all very small sections
Yeah.
of very elite special forces ish
Yeah. Ish, yeah.
that had a small amount of females in them, but there was never any females in the front lines.
Yeah.
like in the main portion of the theater of war. It's
That's
insane.
maddening.
Yeah, so their pre-order sales have gone just taking a nosedive down, and it's
Well,
just
that's
insane.
what happens. You can
And
try
s-
and screw with something that's a decent product.
Yep.
Well, now they do microtransactions and everything too.
That's
which
wonderful,
is-
too.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I hate that. And you
Here's your $60 game. Please pay millions of dollars in microtransactions. Thank you.
you guys know
Thanks,
that.
Fortnite.
Yeah, you guys know that. I kind of like fell off the video game train.
Yeah.
A while back.
Be glad.
Yeah.
Your childhood's not being ripped from your heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
true.
I don't mind doing it every once in a while, and especially for old games for like you said for nostalgic value. But yeah, this crap that was going on right now doesn't make me want to play it anymore.
Well, yeah, like Nick was saying, they're doing trends and not what gamers are like right now. For example, a big one is Blizzard Entertainment. So
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Blizzard. I've played all their games. I've played Diablo. I've played Overwatch. I've
Yeah.
played StarCraft. I've played Warcraft. I've played World of Warcraft. And now they have this new game called.
All of them.
Now they have this new game called Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
So what they did is they hyped up this game, and everyone knew they were making a new Diablo game. And then when they did it BlizzCon, which was like 2 weeks ago, they said Diablo Immortal, and then they showed us this trailer. It looked fantastic. Mobile game.
What?
Yeah,
And
isn't
then,
that great?
And then literally there were people in the audience that said
Like as in a phone.
as in a phone. And they didn't
What?
make it. They didn't make it. What it looks like they did is they had another. They found a Chinese company who makes games, kind of like the people that made PUBG, like a Chinese company like that. All they do is make mobile games, and they have a game similar. And it looks like what they did is they took the game that already exists and they skinned it with their Diablo game, and are reselling it. And it's all It's free and all microtransactions. But here's what they've done, right?
Out.
Well, here's what makes it worse, right? So they've
Out.
done it to where if you want to buy stuff in game, it's RNG. So RNG is a roll of the dice, basically. So it's a random number generator. That's what RNG stands for. So let's say you want an item, right? Let's say an item's normally like $15 in the game.
Yeah.
You could just buy it, right? No big deal. Someone wants to spend $15 for a virtual item, fine.
Yeah.
So that's not what they're doing. So what they're doing is they're going, okay, well, you can buy these 50 credits, and then each credit gives you a roll to get this item. And every time the item rolls to get that certain item, different stats are on it.
Wow.
So let's say you're like a monk in the game, right? And you get like dexterity, and that's a good stat for you. But let's say you roll 49 times and you get intellect and you get a shitty stat. So then you're just playing RNGesus with your money to hope that you get something you want on a mobile game.
Yeah, and I'm paying
And
actual money
and
for
it's
it.
a shitload of money for these credits.
Of
And here's
course.
the best part.
No,
So
thanks.
people that were there at BlizzCon were like, "Is this a joke?" And their response to us, "Is this a joke?" was, "No, it's only for mobile. And do you guys not have cell phones?"
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Literally, they said, "Do you guys not have cell phones?" And one guy was like, "Yes." And this is the YouTube comment. He goes, "Yes, I have a cell phone. I also have an ass. Doesn't mean I like getting fucked in it." And he makes a really good point.
It's true.
Yes,
God,
I have a
that's
cell phone.
hilarious.
I use it for talking. And I use
Talking.
it. And I use it. I'm so angry right now. I can't even
Yeah.
speak. And I use it for Facebook and YouTube. I don't want to play video games on my phone.
Yeah, like there's a,
No.
like I don't again like I just said I stopped playing. I mean, regularly. I stopped playing video games a long time ago, and I cannot even like tell you when the last time I played a game on my phone was. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Play
Well, that's the thing
games
is
on
they
my
see
phone.
those games. They
It's
seem
so
like they see like
stupid.
Bejeweled or they see Fortnite and they think,
It's
oh,
the
these are massive cash grabs.
dumbest thing.
But they don't realize that those people are in China. But here's why. That's a good point, right? I was
Or
reading
it's
about
like
this.
to the masses. I feel like, and the
Well,
quality goes down.
Well, there is, but it's also like those people that play like Bejeweled or when they're waiting.
Yeah.
But there's a reason that those markets in China are big, right? It makes perfect sense, right? So here in America, what do we
a
do?
time
What do we
waste.
do in the morning in America, right?
You get on your phone.
No. What do we do? What's our daily morning routine look like?
Oh, well, it depends.
Well, let me tell you an example, right?
Yeah.
A daily morning routine is we get up, we maybe check Facebook, check social media,
Yeah.
and we get showered or what night
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
You get ready and you drive to work.
Yeah.
They don't do that in China. They get on a train and ride a train for 1 to 2 hours
Oh,
to work
ew.
and 1 to 2 hours back from work. That's why the Sony PlayStation Portable that came out in 2005 was so big and is still big today
In Japan.
in China and Japan.
Yeah.
And that's why those mobile games are so big because they're sitting on a train
That
for
makes
2 to
sense.
4 hours every day. They have nothing better to do. I can't drive down the freeway and play on my cell phone while
you
I drive my
could,
car.
It's just not a good idea.
Not if I want to live. So the point is, it's not a market that's realistic here.
Yeah, no, I
especially
get
for
you.
a game like that. And here's what makes it better: the game is rated M on the computer, right?
Yeah.
They're making it rated PG-13,
Wow.
and they think that this is what we want.
PG-13.
PG-13 for the mobile, so it has more marketability.
That's awesome.
They believe this
good.
is gonna sell. I'm gonna laugh when literally nobody buys this game.
Yeah, they said the same thing about Battlefield 5, and look at it. The pre-order,
Oh yeah,
pre-order
it sucks.
sales
And,
dropped.
and EA's thing to that to Battlefield 5 was when people complain, they go, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And now they're
Okay.
going bankrupt because they can't sell the game.
Oh my.
Nobody
wait,
wants
who is
it.
What
EA,
company is this?
well, EA,
Oh,
Dice,
wow.
Dice is the developer. EA
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
publisher. But EA is basically forcing Dice to do this, just like Activision is forcing Blizzard to do this thing with Diablo.
Wow.
So Dice's comments was, if you don't like the game, don't buy it. So guess
Like,
what?
okay.
Nobody's buying it, and now the game is like the worst selling Battlefield game of all time.
Yep.
Jesus.
And this is the best time to be a gamer. We have some example, like the EA president said, nobody likes single player games. What have been the 2 best selling games this year?
Red Dead Redemption 2,
And
Spider-Man 2.
and one more. There's actually 3. I said 2. There's 3. God of War. All 3 are single player. All 3 are on consoles. Best selling games.
Yep.
They're
No online component. Well, I could be wrong on Spider-Man, but on God of War and Red Dead, as of now, there was no online component. Phenomenal games. Great story, lots of playtime, great content, no shitty microtransactions, and they sell better than all those other games combined.
Yeah. It's incredible. I mean, that's what the majority of the hardcore gamers, that's what we grew up with, were single player campaigns.
Right.
And the fact that they're getting rid of it. I mean, look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty this year has no campaign. They have 3 different multiplayer types. They have Battle Royale because they're getting on that Fortnite train.
Yep.
They have regular multiplayer, which is the same crap that's been put out since Modern Warfare 2, arguably.
Right.
And then they also have zombies.
And I haven't played it, and I have
Dude.
no intention to play it, but I've heard it's awful. I've
and-
had friends that have tried it, and they said they'd rather play PUBG or Fortnite.
Yeah.
They said it's that bad.
The only thing that is redeeming about that at all is zombies, and they know it. It's the same reason why they launched the HD remake of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 with the sale of the last game they put out, because they knew nobody was going to play it. And again, they do the same thing now. They're like, nobody's going to play our game unless we include zombies in there. So let's fucking put zombies in there.
yeah, and I'm
And that
I'm
makes you
part
wanna
of-
play it, right?
Yeah, because that's literally the only reason why I buy Call of Duty now is
Yeah.
just for zombies.
Yeah. No,
I mean I'll play the campaign, when I get, just cause. But dude, that I love playing zombies so much.
It's fun. Don't get me wrong. The
Yeah.
problem is that they're never going to make a zombies game by itself
Right.
because there's
They
not as much
should,
money as
though.
there is. I agree, but there's not enough money in it because they can get a bunch of 13-year-olds playing multiplayer.
And I saw
Yeah.
a really good point too, and so and there's a lot of good points here. Is that one guy was saying, if you don't like microtransactions, that's fine.
Yeah.
Pay the $50 or $60 or $100, whatever the base game price is. It doesn't matter whether
Yeah.
it's a collector's edition or the base, or even if the game's free. Play the game, but don't do the microtransactions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of caveats with that. One is the microtransactions in some ways, and majority of the time it's just cosmetic, so it's not an advantage. But there are cases where it could be like an extra rocket launcher or an extra set of bullets or whatever the case may be. It could be something that is a obviously it's not physical because it's a digital game, but it's a physical advantage you have over another player in the game, which makes it unfair, right?
Yeah.
So then it's kind of like the steroids argument for football, right? So if someone's does it,
Yeah.
then in order to be a playing field, everyone has
Everyone
to
should
do
be able
steroids.
to do it.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
everyone's doing microtransactions to be playing field on even playing field, everyone has to do it, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the arguments. But another guy I was reading made a really good argument too. He goes, you know what? Just buying the game and not doing microtransactions, even though the game is fun, you're still telling the developer that microtransactions are okay just by buying the game. So, and I kind of agree with him.
Yeah,
Because you're
wouldn't-
buying a game that has microtransactions built in. So he said the solution: don't buy the game at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
And I'm kind of the same way now. And I hate to say it, I wanted to get Battlefield. I wanted to play it. I refuse to play any games by EA anymore.
Yeah, and it sucks because I
Yeah,
really,
I
really,
don't
really
blame
wanted
you.
to play Battlefield 5. I've been wanting to play a World War II game like to the quality of Battlefield for so long, since 1942.
I agree.
You say
And then-
quality, but yeah, the style, I should say, because
Right.
I think
Or Battlefield 2 was phenomenal.
I think
Great game.
there
Well, I
was
think
a-
his
the-
point is that he's talking about Call of Duty World at War, which is
well,
his
no,
arguably his
no,
favorite.
like not World of War, the World War II one, the one that just came out the one right before, what is it, Black Ops 4? What are they on now?
yeah,
I don't
it was
even
Call of
know.
Duty World War
World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a great game.
It was
you
pretty
played
good,
it, and you
yeah.
liked it too.
That had a single
but it
player,
just-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It had a campaign.
I never played it, but I heard
It
it
was
was. I
great,
heard it
yeah.
was really good.
It was.
Yeah, it
that
was.
dude. It's funny you say that. That was actually the one game I actually finished the campaign, completely finished the campaign. I haven't finished a campaign on a game in years. Like it's been so long. Because I just don't play a ton anymore.
Well, and it's funny. Back on the point about like the agenda behind all these big companies. I mean, you see it everywhere now. I mean, look at YouTube.
Follow
Right? Like
the
this is getting a
money.
bit off the train of video games, but YouTube, like their demographic now is reaching out for kids. And it's just because it's
Unfortunately-
so easy for a kid to go grab the parent's credit card and go charge a bunch of money to it because the parents are like, oh, I don't want to
Dude.
take care of the kid anyway, so I'm just gonna let them
yeah,
pay for
dude.
whatever they want.
I don't see how
Right?
parents do that crap.
I saw it all the time at my
it's
last
another
job when I worked
tangent.
at
It's
Jesus,
quiet.
retail.
Christ.
It's quietness. It was no difference than
No, I get you.
it's no different
but
than 5 years ago, right? Like
Christ
think about it. 5
almighty.
years ago, if you or not even 5. Heck, when we were kids growing up, what did our parents tell us to do if we were in a car and we were being obnoxious? We had two options: A, play our Game Boy if we had one,
Right.
Or B, read a book if we had one, which none of us read books, or 3,
I
look
can't
out the
read in
window.
car.
Yeah.
Just do anything.
I can't
Stop
remember how many
annoying
times
me.
I would be fidgeting because I had bad ADHD growing up. My dad would be like,
Me too.
he would slap me on the back of the head and go, look out the window, dumbass.
Your dad
all the
would do
time.
that.
Or he would be like, here's your Game Boy, shut up.
Yeah.
But now it's the same thing. It's like, here's your iPhone 10 Plus X Max $1,000 phone.
Yeah.
Play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Mommy, I want to buy. Shut up! Buy it! Buy it!
Yeah.
Buy it!
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
No, yeah,
So it's
you're
just
right.
it's just a moment of peace. Buy that shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know.
Get out of my face.
I should have never had you. Play this
And then,
Fortnite
and,
game.
then, and then when the
You
charge
were a
comes back for
mistake.
$1,000 in Fortnite goods, then the parents flip shit. But that doesn't happen until a month later. So they're like, oh yeah, buy it. Buy the credit card. Buy it.
Yeah.
That
Buy the
I'd be
Fortnite.
So
Yeah.
Buy
I
all the
would-
Fortnites.
all the
Yeah,
Fortnites.
all the-
Have the biggest fort at night.
uh,
Parents don't know.
No, dude, it's
I know.
silverware.
They have
It's
no
fork
idea.
knife.
Fork.
Yeah, they have no idea.
Fork knife.
You
I've
have
actually
no
never heard that
clue.
one
No?
before.
Completely
That's pretty
oblivious.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, anybody could argue this could happen to
Ignorance
anything,
is bliss.
but I agree, and it's sad because if you look at any industry that I guess arguably anybody would consider sacred, it seems like everything's kind of it's not the same as it used to be.
It's gone downhill.
Yeah, I mean that's why we always say
Yeah.
make America great again, and it's not what people think it is. It's
Yeah.
going back to a time where they didn't try and focus their efforts to everybody. Not everybody
Yeah.
needs to be playing a video game. Not everybody needs to be playing a shooter. Like play what you want to play, and if you
yeah.
want to play it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't make a game and tailor it to everybody when you want to tailor it to the people who actually
Yeah, that's what I'm
are going to
saying. Like,
support
you-
you.
Well, it's the same thing with anything in life. Not everyone needs to drive a car. Not everyone needs to own a gun.
That's
Not
true.
everyone needs
Yeah.
to go to
Yeah.
a bar. Not everyone needs to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Not everyone needs to do something.
it if you
people
want to.
people are different.
Yeah.
No one
make
is the
your
same.
games for
Yeah.
the people that want to
Yeah.
play
Well-
your games.
Well, I think the thing is that people take our our founding fathers' idea of everyone's created equal, and they misconstrued that idea. They believe we're all created equally. We're not.
Wait, you're telling me that people misconstrued
the
what our-
Constitution.
Simple-
Simple
Constitution?
concepts.
What?
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't know
right.
that was
No
a
way.
thing.
Right? Absolutely.
No
I
way.
love it.
That blows my mind.
So
Oh,
like
no.
so like men and women are both the same, right?
Exactly. Very the same. Identical.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you heard it here, folks. I mean, Steven's smart, so
That's
clearly
it.
it's
but,
true.
see, they're so the same that I don't even know how we have kids because they're the same. You can't have
Yeah.
kids with two same things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blows my mind.
What's gender?
What is that? I don't get. What?
Yeah, I
do you,
don't know.
What do you mean?
G?
Z? Z.
Did you say penis and vagina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Oh.
They interlock like a puzzle? Oh, that's how kids are made. Okay.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
Oh my god,
I
that's
thought-
funny. I've
yeah.
actually never heard it described like that. That's kind of funny.
I thought a seagull came and dropped me off.
Yeah.
That's what my mommy told
You
me.
what I was told.
probably, but
I was created in a lab.
yeah,
I was a test tube, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom calls me Testy. But anyway, my point is we're not all
Testy.
created equal.
No, of course
what that
not.
means is we have equal opportunity. But people have come to take that everyone is the same.
Yeah.
And we're not.
It's so,
There
yeah.
are differences about each individual
Yeah.
person, and that's fine.
Yeah, we're all equal.
That's not good. That's
but-
not bad. It just
Yeah.
is.
People are different. No one is the same.
But
no one's the
but
same.
it's that same minority who believes everyone is. They believe that men and women are the same strength. They believe men and women are the same speed. They believe a gender doesn't matter. And when they
Yeah.
say gender, what they really mean is sex. They
Yeah.
believe that a man can become a woman and a woman become a man, and that's not how genes
No.
work.
No.
But it's those same group of
There's a-
people that are ruining it for everybody else because every video game has to be this special world.
It has
this
to include
Well,
everyone.
it's just like Hollywood, right? So I know it's a little bit of a rant here, but
Hey, go ahead.
I watch the CW. So CW is owned by DC, right?
Yeah.
It's Warner Brothers, which
Yeah.
which is Superman and Batman and the Flash for people that don't know. So they have a show called Arrow, and they have a show called Flash, and they have a show called the Legends of Tomorrow, which is a group of people, and then they have Supergirl now, which used to be on
Supergirl.
yeah, it used to be on a different channel, but they got it back. But the point is I've noticed on those shows, every single one of those shows, there's a gay person. Every single one of those shows,
Yeah, they have
there's a
to-
black. They
yeah.
have to have a one black person and one gay person and
Yeah.
one Mexican person or
And a-
Hispanic
and a-
if you prefer,
and a
and
midget
one white
and a-
one midget, yeah, and one circus freak. It's it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
They
Well,
have
here's-
to shove all this
Right.
stuff in your face and be like, "Oh, this is completely
and here's
normal."
the thing: is they think that they're shoving it down someone's throat, and guess what? We don't care.
Well,
That's
it's
true.
stuff like that.
I,
that when
I
it's
could
when it's
care less.
blatant,
I
yeah,
could care
I
less
don't care.
what the character
Yeah,
is.
but when you blatantly
Shove it down my throat?
when you blatantly
Right.
shove it down, and obviously so, when you blatantly shove it down people's throats, that's
Right.
just like so. I'm like, really? Like, this is stupid.
Right. Well, here's the other thing. It's silly
distracting
too, right?
to the main.
Well,
you
it's
know,
not just distracting. Like
it's ridiculous.
I can understand why, like, I'm not. I mean, I would say I'm libertarian, but like, I can understand why a conservative would be upset about having like a black person on TV, which is totally that's.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
making a joke
No,
from
no,
the
I know, I
liberal
get
point of
you.
view.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, no, I get you.
conservatives don't care, right?
Yeah.
But the point is, they think that they do, right?
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
have to shove it down their throat.
They
Like,
think-
I got
they're
you,
like,
conservative. I
yeah.
got the black person on
Like,
the TV. I
yeah.
got the gay person on the TV.
Yeah.
The conservative doesn't
You're
care.
scared. You're homophobic. You're
We
scared
got
of gay
you now.
people.
Oh my God, it's a
We're
black
throw-
gay person. Oh, we really got you now.
Oh my god!
The end
Yeah,
times.
Your, your head's gonna explode.
The blue wave. We got you. But the point is it's silly when every single time I turn on a show, there's a gay person, right?
Yeah, or-
gay people make up like what,
And
3-4% of the
And
population.
Trans people.
They must all live in Hollywood then,
They have
because
to shove that
clearly
in
they're
your
in
face,
every
too.
fucking show I watch.
Yeah.
or just like a black person. They have to shoehorn in a black, like for example, The Flash, right?
Yeah.
So in the show, he's married to he's married now because it's like season 4 to his wife who's black. In
Yeah.
the comic, she's white. So they purposely took this white character
Dude.
and made. And don't get me wrong, she's great. It's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
The girl is from here. She actually went to Collin College.
Really?
wow.
So she's from here. She's a super cool dude. I've never met her. She's super chill. But it's
Yeah.
just funny that they purposely made this character who was white
Yeah.
and made her black just to have the black person on
Yeah.
the show.
Oh, and
And it's like, why?
yeah, and
why?
aren't they about to, or weren't they kicking around the idea of making Superman black?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were talking about that on the
you
ticket.
talking about for like the? Were you talking about for the movie?
yeah,
for the
they were-
movie, yeah,
they were talking
sorry.
about Henry Cavill being replaced for a black character.
Yeah, I
weren't-
can't remember.
Weren't they talking about Creed? Wasn't he supposed to be Superman?
Yeah, they were talking about the guy from Creed being Superman.
That's what I
yeah.
thought. But
Yeah.
then they're also doing that for James Bond too.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're talking about Idris Elba, which I'd be cool with.
Well, yeah, like I don't
Like-
care.
if
That's
the
cool.
well,
it's,
see,
it's different, but like the like the superhero movies and everything like that, they're trying to. So I thought they're trying to follow the comics,
Right.
and make them like
It-
the
it is-
comics.
it is
So
silly.
like
It
you
is
just said,
silly.
it's like if it's white in the comics or black in the comics, but they want to make
Well, it's the same. Well, I posed the opposite argument, right? So, like,
Yeah.
let's say that we do take the guy from Creed. I can't remember his name. He was also, wasn't he Warmonger? Or no, he's Killmonger. He was Killmonger in Black Panther. He was the bad guy in Black Panther.
I
Killmonger.
never
was.
saw, I never
Yeah.
saw.
Okay,
Black
so he was
Panther.
Killmonger. Basically, he's the bad Black Panther. Okay. So he's Black Panther, but he's bad. That same actor they want to be Superman. He's also Creed. He's Adonis's Creed's son
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Creed movie. So that's fine. Let's let him be Superman.
Yeah.
But God forbid I want to take a character like Black Lightning or Spawn
and make him white,
and make them white.
dude.
Oh no, Steven, there's no such thing as a what's it called, the double standard.
Or it's just like this thing. It's just like the thing with James. It's funny. There's a
Yeah.
there's a comedian I watch on YouTube, black comedian, hysterical. But I can't think of his name off the thing. Look it up. But he was talking about how we shouldn't have a black 007 because it defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
The whole point of the character is because he's white and he's British.
yeah.
yeah.
Like no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you get to like your.
It'd be like taking
I don't
Medea and making her
care.
white.
Well,
I don't care about what race you are, but you stick to the fucking character.
So-
you know?
and
Right,
that's- so
right.
that's a-
if
so
you want a
stick to
black
the
character,
story.
write a black character
Yeah.
for that job, right?
I don't
that's,
care.
That's the
I
same.
agree. I
that's
agree
the-
100%.
That's the same argument that they're making about Battlefield 5, right? Like, so Battlefield 5 is supposed to be World War II. It's supposed to be historically accurate. And the argument from the CEO of EA was, well, what am I supposed to tell my daughter when she can't play a video game as a girl character? You tell her that they didn't exist at that time because that's how
Yeah.
historically accurate it was
Right.
for that time
She
period.
can play this game called Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Really great game.
There's
She can play Mirror's Edge. Oh my god.
what, and you know what
Yeah.
I never understood.
Guess what? There were, like you said, there were no females
you
on
can
the
show
front
her,
line.
You can show her a movie called Alien with Sigourney
No,
Weaver.
no. So this is where it gets me, right?
Yeah.
So
You
this
can
is where
show, even better. You can show her Terminator with
this-
one of the most badass
Here,
female
let-
characters of all time.
So this
Yeah.
is where it gets me, right? Right. So his argument was, well, what am I supposed to tell my daughter when she can't play a female character? Let's think about this real quick. It's a first-person shooter. You can't even see your character.
right.
Yeah.
What does it matter?
And she's how old? And the game's rated M. What kind of father are you?
Yeah, why would you let your daughter play something like that?
How old is she? Oh, she's 5. Oh, okay. Point proven.
Yeah, you're telling her how historically inaccurate it is.
How about you tell her about Skynet and Sarah Connor? You're welcome.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's insane. It blows my mind, and it goes everywhere. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get
It's just to shoehorn in something just to be special, be unique. You're not unique. You're not special.
No.
No individual person is special. You're just carbon.
Everyone's different. And guess what?
Yeah, and now
That's okay.
and now you're known as that industry who appeal to the masses, and nobody wants to play your crap anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Yeah.
know. When you cave to the virtual signaling.
Yeah, Blizzard lost
pressure.
billions after they announced Diablo Immortal. They lost like $3.9 billion in
these
shareholders.
companies look
I
at
bet.
these companies look at examples like Fortnite. They're like, oh my god, it
We
broke,
have
it
to be
broke
like-
world records because of how much money they spent on microtransactions. They realize that the foundation of all of their money comes from the hardcore gamers who've been there since the beginning. That's where most of their money comes from.
Right.
And they think, oh well, we'll just do the Fortnite thing and we'll just get everybody in the world
Well,
included.
what's
and
funny
then
too-
it fails miserably.
Well, what's funny too about the microtransactions thing is that they think that, and I've actually looked at numbers on this, like actual research numbers for each individual game, right? So they think that, okay, so let's say we have 50 million people that play Fortnite, right? And they think, well, let's say we only get 10 million people, but we do microtransactions.
Yeah.
So sure, we don't get the $60 per buck, but each person will spend $100 million, or let's just $150 on microtransactions, right? That's
Yeah.
not true. The average person is going to spend like 20, 25 bucks, maybe 30 bucks max on micro.
Yeah.
The people that spend the money on microtransactions are the few like top 2, 3, 4, maybe 5% tops that spend thousands and thousands, tens
Yeah,
and
and that's
thousands of dollars because
ridiculous.
they have the money to spend.
Yeah.
So it's not everyone's doing it. It's a very few minute people. Like an example, me and my cousin AJ and a bunch of our friends, let's say Dan and Chris and Caleb and Vanna, we all play Siege together.
Yeah.
Only, as far as I know, only one of us, me, has spent any money on that game. So we all bought the game base for like 25 bucks. It was on sale.
Loser.
I paid money for that game.
And of all of us, well, we all paid for the game.
No. What I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on the same boat as you. I paid money like for the characters,
Okay,
and, like,
okay.
the skins
so,
and stuff
so
like that.
there's everyone can buy the characters just the same, right? Everyone is available to buy the characters, so
Yeah.
it's not off limits. But where you can buy special skins or special items for the characters, like the weapon is the same, but it looks cooler or stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've bought, out of all 5 of us, I'm the only one who's bought money, and I've bought maybe $60 worth of stuff.
Yeah. I think what's
So it's not that big of a deal.
yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, they're
it's-
making money off
they,
of it,
They
but
think
it's
that
not-
everyone's gonna spend $1,000 and
Right,
like,
they-
rack up a credit
Exactly.
card bill or something. Yeah, no, that's stupid. It's not realistic. Like I think when I played video games on a regular basis, I think the only I guess you could call it an in-game purchase or any sort of extra content where actually I had to pay real money. After I'd already bought the actual game, I think the only time like that was like Call of Duty, like buying extra zombie maps,
Right.
or whatever.
At the time, it was called DLC.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
that was just
Downloadable content.
Yeah,
right.
like downloadable content. That was the only thing I paid extra for
no.
after I'd
But
already
nowadays,
bought the
companies
game.
are about monetizing everything they possibly can. So DLC to them
Dude.
was it's a one-time purchase. How do
Yeah.
we keep this reoccurring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
and Siege
everyone
does
is
that
getting
too.
on that fucking
Right. And-
reoccurring payment bullshit.
Well, Siege does that too, but they do it in a way that I like it. So, for example, Siege does it every year. They have what's called a year.
Yeah.
So it actually runs January through February. So this year's almost over, and they have 3 seasons within a year. So right now we're on season 3. They're gonna have a 4th season this year, which is kind of weird. They haven't done that before, but just in general, it's a 1-year segment,
Yeah.
and each season is on average, I want to say 4 or 5 months for each season, and there's typically 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And each season they add a new map, and they add 2 new operators.
Yeah.
So those are free, no matter what. But if you pay, I want to say it's like $40 a year, is the amount, something like that.
Yeah.
You get to play the map at the same time everyone else does, but you get to play the 2 operators. You get them unlocked, and you get to pay them. You get to play them for free, or sorry, a week earlier than the people that didn't pay. And then once that week eclipses, then they can play the same operators too, but they have to buy them in game. So they can buy them, but basically you get renown. So every time you play a match, you get like 300-400 renown, and you can buy the operators for like 22,000 renown. So people that play the game a good amount, they can buy the operators that way. Whereas me, I'm like, I'd rather spend that renown that I earn in game for cool items in game, like, you know, this skin and that, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just pay the $40 a month, right? And just get the operators early.
Yeah.
And then I can use my renown for whatever. Versus the people that all they can spend their renown on is just the characters, and they don't get to buy the cool skins.
Yeah.
So like that, I'm totally cool with, because you're constantly adding new stuff. So the maps are free. I get the operators a week early to play with, and they're usually overpowered. So I get the cool overpowered operators before everyone else. I get to play them, and then I can use my in-game currency for whatever I want.
So something.
So
something
My
that's
head
a neat.
just exploded.
So that's a neat way to do it.
right. So something to chime in on. Just so my first initial argument would have been, I agree, and I think Ubisoft is doing it correct with Siege. I would argue
Right.
Siege is one of the biggest games in the market right now for online multiplayer.
For doing it right.
and I hope they don't
Yes.
screw that up just because.
But supposedly there's got a new update where they're trying to appeal towards the Chinese market.
They back down from it.
Did they finally
But
back
yeah,
down
so you
from that?
go ahead and say what you were going to say, though.
So I mean, you can chime in and
Right.
tell me the finer details of it.
So-
but they were basically like tuning the game for the Chinese market. So in the Chinese market, like, you're not allowed to have skulls, you're not allowed to have blood, you're not allowed to
What?
have like
Whoa! What?
yeah. So all these
Yeah,
things.
I didn't know
they're very
this.
strict. So an example of this is World of Warcraft that I play.
Yeah.
It's not like this. They didn't change it for us, but they changed it for the Chinese market. They have their own client of the game. So an example is there's a race
The
in World of
hell?
Warcraft.
I did not know
There's
that.
a race in World of Warcraft called the Undead.
Yeah.
Well, in the American version, they have skin, and the skin breaks, and they have bone underneath it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have bone or skeletons in China. So what they do is the
Are you
undead.
serious?
The undead look just like humans. They're just like
What?
brown or
That's
purple. So there's no
retarded.
bone showing. So they get rid of all bones. They get rid of all the blood. They make it very PG-13. They have no liquor, no casino gambling.
Sounds like PG.
So
to
so
me.
in Siege, there's certain maps where there's slot machines because it's like one of them's a bar, right? It's
my
literally a
God.
biker
So
bar.
they're censoring the entire game.
Well, they were
essentially.
going to. So there's a biker bar.
Yeah.
And so in the remake of it, I can't remember the name, but it's like the light up.
Oh, the neon sign.
The
that they
neon
have?
sign, yeah, that's what I can't think of the name. So it's a neon sign, and it's a woman, and she looks like she's dancing around. She's a stripper, so she's like her legs kicking out because she's
Yeah.
stripping on a pole. So
Yeah.
in the Chinese version, they got rid of that. They got rid of the tiny slot machines that were up on the bar counter. They got rid of all the alcohol. They got rid of the skulls. They got rid of the blood. Whenever you would shoot people, there would be no blood, so you had no indication you were shooting anybody. And here's the crazy part, right?
I could see how
I can
that'd get
understand.
kinda confusing when you're playing
well,
a
that's
game.
fine. I understand. Just like WoW, World of Warcraft, I would understand
Yeah.
if they were doing it just for the Chinese client. They weren't. They were gonna go. You know what? The clients are gonna be different. China's gonna have theirs. US is gonna have theirs. Europe's gonna have theirs. But they're all gonna be the same client. So the clients are separate. So I'll never play with someone from China. But they went ahead and they were gonna make it a flat revision for everybody. So because someone in China wanted to play the game, I was going to lose my casino. I was going to
Oh.
lose my blood. I was going to lose my strippers. I was going to lose my skull.
Yeah, we
it
can't
was-
have you losing your strippers.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And there was so much complaint, so much backlash that literally just yesterday or 2 days ago, they rescinded that and said, we're going to wait to do that update. And I think now they're going to do it to where when they do the update, it's going to be China only.
That sounds like either way. Yeah.
But
that's-
basically, they were doing because their idea is we'll release it in China and this game will grow tenfold, and it will because China's a massive market. But their
true.
idea is we'll do
I
it in
believe
China,
it.
but it'll affect people in America who's been playing the game for 3 years now, which is dumb.
that would piss me
Yeah,
off.
I mean, you think about it, right? So, if anybody doesn't know anything about the
Just
Rainbow
censor
Siege,
everything. Good God.
Right
it's crazy.
on
So,
a rated M game.
so for anybody who doesn't know
Yeah.
so for the people who don't understand the backstory behind Rainbow Six Siege, that game came out and it was destined to fail. The game came out and it did horrible, got horrible reviews. Nobody played the game. There was like a niche amount of people who actually play the game, but like so like
Steven.
for example, right? So
No,
I got
even then I didn't play it.
Yeah, so
I didn't start playing it until last year, which was 2 years into the game already.
Yep.
So it was already because
So
it came
for
out. It came out in
example-
late 2015.
For example, Ryan and I got it for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And nobody else was playing the game, so we stopped playing it because it was boring. Nobody was playing it. That's
Yeah,
how
they-
bad the game
they,
did.
They literally had an average of roughly, I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000 people a month playing it.
Which is
Like
horrible.
nobody,
Good Lord.
nobody. On average today, they have I want to say it's around 130, 140,000 people a day playing it, and that's just on PC.
Yeah, not including
Really?
Xbox or PS, PlayStation. and
Good
stuff like
God.
It's big. It's not like Fortnite big or Minecraft, but it's big. So
Yeah,
they're
that's
making a
pretty big.
lot of money. They're
So they're-
putting it this way. So Ubisoft has come out and said we are not making another Siege. This Siege is going to last for 5
It's
years.
basically it's going to be like Counter-Strike if you're familiar.
Yeah, they
about
want
that
it.
at
They
all.
want it to
Yeah.
last. They want it to last 10 years, but they're doing it. They've already said a minimum of 10 years is how long they're going to support the game.
Yeah.
Minimum.
So,
Damn.
so my
With
point
updates.
is, the point is that I'm getting behind this whole thing is the fact that like what saved the game and got it to the point where it's at now
Yeah.
is the foundation of the hardcore players who like
Yeah.
actually saw there was potential in the game.
Yeah.
and to be fair, Ubisoft's dedication to do it right,
Right. But
offering
still, like
I really-
offering free maps.
I really
and
hope
free
that,
characters.
I really hope they don't screw that up because I like how do you say Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
So
I don't know how to
I
pronounce
think it's
it.
technically Ubisoft.
So
right?
we say Ubisoft, but I want to say the French way to say it is Ubisoft
because it's
Ubi.
it's a French company.
So it's not it's not
You'll-
Ubi, it's Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ubisoft.
Whatever.
is the
Either
correct way to say
way.
so that's the point, right? Like the fact
I
that
like
they
them.
have this foundation of the hardcore gamers, aside from the fact that they actually did some things right for once.
Right.
And then they were going to go ahead and screw it over by just being, like, screw you, we're going to go after the
Pressured-
Chinese market just because it's more
pressured.
money.
Yeah.
Right. And they've rescinded it for now, but we don't know how long it'll
what
stay.
yeah,
but
that's
the
what I'm
point
saying,
is, so
man.
the
I
goal
hope
is
that
right
sucks. I hope they don't do that
Right.
because they're the makers of my favorite game in the entire world.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
now. Yeah, I'm hoping that'll come out soon. Supposedly, Michael Ironside has been seen. I should say caught. He's been seen. There have been pictures of him seen on campus where they record the live action stuff.
Really?
So supposedly, well, he also did a stint for.
How do they keep that
He also
secret?
he also did a stint for
Badlands, right?
Wildlands.
Wildlands.
So he did a special scene for Wildlands as Splinter
Oh,
Cell.
that other Tom Clankey game.
Yeah, Tom Clancy.
Yes,
yeah.
I
So,
know.
So,
I noticed.
yeah, so supposedly he's
Inside
going
joke.
to be doing Splinter Cell one more time. Sam Fisher, hopefully.
I
But
hope.
anyway, the goal for Siege is
That
right
guy
now
gives
they only
me
have.
he gives me goosebumps.
He's phenomenal. He is so, and he's so humble too.
Yeah.
Really?
But what's funny is that they only have like 20. They have 20 attackers and 20 defenders for the operators. Their goal is to have 50 and 50
So 100 operators.
What does that
total.
mean?
Like 100 different operators to choose.
100
So
different
each-
characters.
So each different
Oh.
character has a different unique
Damn.
ability. So every time you add,
Jesus.
so like I said, every year they have 3 seasons. Every season
Yeah.
they add 2 operators, sometimes 3, but usually
So
2.
is it? Am I the old man yet that thinks that like I feel like it's gotten to a point, and this is another reason why I've kind of given up on the whole staying current on video games is because it's so incredibly overwhelming.
There's a lot going on.
Like I cannot.
but
I
there's a reason
cannot-
for it, right?
No, I know, and I get it. And if you're into it, I could totally see why that's awesome.
Because if you think about
but
it,
I cannot keep up with
right.
creating characters
Well, if you
like
think
that.
about it, every time they add a character, because they had 1 attack and 1
Dude,
defense.
I'm
so
so
every
lost.
every time you add an attack a character, right,
Yeah.
or a defense character,
Yeah.
it changes the meta. You know what the meta is?
No.
So the meta, the meta is a set way or the best way per professionals to play the game.
Yeah.
So it's the best way to defend this room on this map, or the best way to attack this room on this map.
Yeah.
So every time you add a character,
yeah.
for attack or defense, it changes the meta. It changes the way you thought you could play the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Dude.
It's literally I've
But-
been playing.
And I'm not
I've
even
been playing
talking
the
about
game.
just Siege.
Right. Well,
I'm
any
just talking
game,
about
yeah.
just games in general. There's so much going on.
But I like that a lot.
Yeah, no, I could
If you
totally
keep up
see
with
why
it-
that's awesome.
If you keep up with it, yeah, sure, right. But the problem
Right.
is that they say that a lot of people who, like you see a bunch of promotions for them, getting new players now at
Yeah.
a really cheap deal. The problem is I don't know if the game facilitates new players quite as well as it should, because these new players are like, oh my god, I'm missing 3 years of operators and I've only got 10 characters.
What's the thing now is if you buy the game now, you get everything up to current. You can't. You can no longer buy a starter edition. A starter edition was you got no characters.
Because it used to be how that.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore. They've basically updated it. Those copies don't exist. So basically, if you buy the game, you get everything up until right now. If you buy the game right now, you'll get all the current content, which is nice.
That's actually pretty cool.
But at the same time, like you were saying, I don't want them to make it easy for new people. I don't want someone to come in and have everything that I have now.
Yeah, and see, no, I would totally
want
agree with you
give
on
them
that.
the operators, let them have the
Or
maps,
work your way up.
but they need to be able to work and win rounds and play the game
Yeah.
to be able to get to where I am.
You
today.
got to work
no
your way up.
participation.
Right.
trophies.
Yeah,
because
there's
if you don't work for it,
There's no entitlement. You like
well,
there's
yeah,
no
well, if you don't work for it, then what's the point of playing?
Yeah,
Right.
That's the whole point of a game. Yes, it's fun.
It's like real life. You got to
Right.
work your way up
Well,
the company ladder.
Absolutely. But if you work for it and you do it right and you do it because you're good at the game,
Yeah, and it's fun.
It's very, very rewarding.
Yeah.
If it's given to you, if I wake up tomorrow and I'm diamond ranked, which is the highest rank, and I didn't earn it, it has no meaning anymore.
Yeah.
The whole point of of it being special
It's
is
so
that
you did it.
is that I did it, but it's also that I don't have it now
Yeah.
because I'm not good enough to get there. I'm only
Yeah.
good enough to get plat 2 or plat 1.
You always got to be chasing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always.
Exactly.
Like
There's always someone better than you.
yeah.
There's always someone worse than you.
Yeah.
Always.
There's always something you're trying to get.
Absolutely.
Whether it be
Money,
anything. Yeah.
friendship.
You know,
Fun.
it's it's
Sexual
interesting.
favors.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
Why not?
Sure, why not, right? It's interesting. I guess it kind of slipped my mind recently, but you had a good point about like Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2,
God of War.
and God of War being kind of the top tier games of 2018 right now, and they're all single player games. It's insane to me to think about because
Well, other than Red Dead Redemption, nobody saw it for God of War or Spider-Man.
I'm not surprised.
When God of War came out, nobody thought it was going to be a good
Of course,
game.
because the media was trying to convince
Right.
people that it wasn't, and then that microtransactions are the new way of gaming.
Right.
But
And the same thing with Spider-Man. Nobody saw Spider-Man coming.
right,
I haven't played the game yet because I don't have a PlayStation. I haven't played either, but I literally have seen snippets of Spider-Man on YouTube, and I've almost cried.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
amazing.
that the storytelling is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So let me just give you an example because I don't care. Spoilers for Spider-Man. It's been out. Sorry, you've been warned. There is a scene that I've seen on YouTube where he literally has a choice to A, inject his aunt who is dying from a disease that a lot of people are dying from. He can either A, and I think it's an antidote made from his blood, I think. I'm not sure on the details. Someone in the comments can correct me. But basically, he has a choice to either A, inject her with the serum and save her life, or B, let them use the serum to make more to save everyone else. So he can either A, save his aunt, or
Jesus.
save like 10,000 people. And so he's talking to his aunt, and he's literally crying, and he goes, "Aunt, I don't know what to do." And she looks at him as she's dying, and she goes, "Yes, you do." So he lets his aunt die to
Good
save like
God.
10,000 people. I was watching it. I'm thinking about it. I'm tearing up. I was crying my eye. I've never played the game.
That's a
So
tough
this is
one,
like
pal.
probably 60, 80 hours in the game. I never played it, and I was crying. And the fact that a video game that nobody saw coming could do this, and it's single player on PlayStation,
that's huge.
this is like the best
Yeah,
time
that's
of
crazy.
video games if they're done right.
Yeah. It's just it's unfortunate that it's more of a rarity nowadays.
It is.
I hope it
The
I hope it makes a
potential.
swing back, but
Yeah.
you know, there's especially nowadays. I mean, people thought back then like what video games would be like today.
Yeah.
And for the most part, the ones that are made correctly are what we wanted.
That's what I'm saying. The potential is so high, and the resources are there. The potential is so high to make good games. You just got to do it.
Well, it's
right.
just sad
Don't
because I
fuck
feel
it
like
up.
the video game industry is basically turning into the music industry. All it is just a fucking cash grab,
Yeah. No,
right?
you're right.
And it's and it's the same, right? I
And
mean, if you
you're
think about it,
referencing pop music for the most part.
of
right?
course. You know, I'm thinking of anything that's like
the
top
radio
50.
music.
Yeah, no, the
radio,
radio,
right?
yeah.
AKA if it's not on the radio, it's
crap.
trash.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
And that's not me saying that. That's
Yeah, no, I know.
The
I know,
people
I know,
saying
the
that. You know what I
The
mean, yeah.
masses.
Well, it's
Exactly.
So it's wild to me, something that I learned rather recently. So there's typically like just a handful of record labels that's usually owned by one big giant record label.
Sony being one of them.
Yeah, and I wish I remember what the other ones are right off the top of my head, but
Can you hand me a coaster, sir? So,
Yeah, Sony's one of them, and then there's the
need a
big there's
coaster
the big
for my
one for
beer.
rap that Dr. Dre owns part of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a small amount of them because there's big companies, they own smaller companies and smaller companies. You know,
and
for
they've just been
different
around.
sizes
It's
of
just,
bands.
just giant monopolies, right?
But like on average, like even people who are like Taylor Swift or Eminem level, like Eminem and Taylor Swift and those people like are only getting 7% of what like the actual record label is making off of their money based on tours and CD releases and all that kind of stuff.
That's incredible.
7%.
Yeah, that's
Where
nuts.
is that money going?
It's all going to the record label.
And what are they doing?
getting
I don't know what they're doing with it.
absorbed.
It's just getting absorbed into the industry. That's why it's the biggest thing ever.
Wow.
But the only thing that I'll say to counter argument that's cool about nowadays is the fact that YouTube and Spotify and SoundCloud and all these things, as much as I hate SoundCloud rappers,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool that people can get big off of doing
like you
YouTube
have the
and SoundCloud.
the resources are there.
Exactly.
You
Like,
just
like not as many people are having to rely
you just
on
gotta
spending the
have
money
good
on
content.
Yeah.
You got to have
Yeah,
good content. You have all the resources. You have the ability and the potential to I don't know,
So what you're
make
saying
great
is
things.
it's easier to branch out and become famous and become known because you're good, hopefully.
Yeah.
But there's more people taking a chunk.
Yeah. Well, there's more people.
There's
To
more
compete
nickel.
against.
There's more nickel and dimers too.
Yeah.
Because then you just have to pay to be more places, right? You have to pay to be on Google Market. You have to pay to be on iOS for Apple. You have to pay to be on the radio. You have to pay all these different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might get an extra 5 million hits, but you're probably only making an extra $10,000.
Right. But if you look at it, if you look at it from a percentage, you might be making a larger percentage, right? You may be making 23, 57, like 60% or 100% of your earnings.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because you're getting it strictly from YouTube, monetization.
That's true too.
Or whatnot. You're not having to have a record label who only gives you 7% of your actual profits
Right.
for the
But then you have to look at it too. I don't know because I'm not a musician, but is it better to be 7% of a $50 million pie, or is it better to be 35% of a $100,000
Well,
pie?
and that's the argument, right?
I don't know.
Right.
Let's put it this way: if a record label came up to me and was like, "Hey, we'll give you $50 million one-time fee,"
If you were to ask a musician, I would probably say it depends on how much control they have over their own stuff.
right? Well, it's hard to say. Too. I mean, do they care about making genuinely good music, or do they care about the money? I don't know. I would like to sit here and tell you that, oh yeah, I would be all about
I would
the
say-
music.
yeah, because
but then
a
once-
lot of people will tell you, well, they just care about the music, but we all know what happens when the second a substantial amount of money is on the table. Money changes people.
Oh, it's not even
no
just that.
words.
I mean,
I would
look
love to
at-
sit there and
look
say
at
it
great
never
bands
changes.
that we've seen growing up who've become mainstream
Linkin
because of
Park.
their money, right?
Linkin Park.
So that's the problem, right? Like
Five
you get it,
Finger
you
Death
get.
Punch.
So there's
True.
a friend of mine who's an artist, and he's getting pretty big up in the music industry, and he's had record labels reach out to him.
Yeah.
The problem with the record label industry is that they basically own your image.
Yeah, they want control over everything.
but
you
it's
put
not even
out.
just your music; it's also your image.
Yeah, I'm saying they want
like,
control over your the way
They-
you present yourself.
There's actual proof in the contracts you sign with a record label
Yeah.
that's saying like you can't cut your hair a certain way
What?
because that's your image, right?
Oh,
Like
no,
people
I guess-
know
yeah,
you
that
as
makes
that
sense.
image. Like Harry Styles.
That's so dumb.
As much as I hate like the what is it, One Direction or whatever, but like Harry Styles got into a big contract and he got kicked off the label for cutting his hair a certain style because he was known for having a particular style of
Is
hair.
that the gay one, or are they all
whatever?
gay?
But still, like my point
That
is
is
like
insane.
yeah, the fact that they
Yeah,
own
that's
your
crazy.
image and your music. I mean, think about it. There's
That's nuts.
I think there's two people in the industry that write most of the lyrics for most of the popular celebrities in the world. So Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
One Direction, like anybody who's popular on the radio,
Yeah.
most of their music isn't written by the actual artist.
Yeah,
it's
no.
written by two guys who are in the industry. I mean, it's
Ghost Riders.
I believe it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane because again, the celebrities at that point they're an image.
Yeah.
They're a pop art. They're not in it for the music.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that I would say it's pretty cool about YouTube and SoundCloud is that if you produce good content, you can actually make a decent living just because of the good content you
Or it
can
can
put out
help you.
with it.
Yeah.
Or it can help you become famous to get it. I mean, that's how it did for. I had to say it, but Justin Bieber. That's how he did it.
That's
he
true.
He started
Yeah.
off on YouTube, and now he's
Yeah.
super rich because
Yeah.
it made him something that he wasn't before.
And I don't
Yeah,
I don't dwell too much into Justin Bieber's life for good reason. But so something that, again, my artist friend brought up was that if you break those contracts with it, like
Yeah.
basically the record label industry is so big that they will bury you. So think of a lot of the artists who like you don't hear about anymore.
Yeah.
Again, for instance, Justin Bieber, because he cut his hair, he got tattooed all over himself, and he got bad publicity.
Yeah.
The record label dropped him. Right?
Really? Is that
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah, the record label dropped him from it because of all all these
Jesus.
images changes that he made, and now not everybody knows about him. Now people argue that he's probably taking a break and he's doing his own thing now. But a
Well,
lot of
but-
times with these artists that you don't hear anymore, it's usually because the record label did everything they possibly could to bury you.
Yeah.
Because
That's
you're
crazy.
signing a multi-billion-dollar
Yeah.
contract or whatever it is,
Yeah.
for your image.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
insane. And I know I'm getting off topic with this music industry, but to me, like, it seems the same with the video game industry. If you don't go by the standard of appealing to everybody in the world, you fall off the rap.
Yeah.
You fall off, I mean, that's why, only a handful of games that are actually good are finally making it popular, whereas everybody else is.
Right.
Yeah.
People aren't free to make games that are genuinely interesting to them. They have to stick to a stupid genre that's
Yeah.
been given to them.
Like
by
Battle
their-
Royale.
Right. Gotta have a battle royale game. That's the hottest thing.
What
We
the
have-
hell is that even? I
So,
don't even know
so
what that is.
A battle royale typically is first or third
Did
person.
Fortnite start that shit?
No.
No.
So the
No.
original battle royale. So the original battle royale was a game called H1Z1. Was really one of the first ones, if not the first one. So
It was,
it was
Arma, right? Arma 3?
Yeah, it was an Arma 3 mod. It was called H1Z1. So H1Z1 was a first and third person game, mainly first person, and then when you're driving, it's third person. And it was a zombie apocalypse survival game. And so what it was
Sounds like fun.
what it was I could be butchering this a little bit, but what it was essentially, because it's been a while, is that it was 100 people, and one person was started as a zombie, and as they bit more and more people, there would be less and less survivors.
Yeah.
Well, eventually that became PUBG, basically, or the idea.
Okay,
the
gotcha.
idea of
Yeah.
instead
No,
of being
for sure.
zombies, it was just people versus people.
Yeah, that
so it
sounds
was
like
100
PUBG.
people drop in an area, and the last one survives wins. That's where PUBG came along. So
Yeah.
PUBG was the real first true game designed from that H1Z1 style. So it is the first true battle royale.
Yeah.
Fortnite just did it better.
I gotcha.
Suppose I don't know. I've never played Fortnite, but supposedly they've done it better.
And
Nor am
quote
I.
unquote better. I mean, if you look at it from a battle royale perspective, sure, Fortnite's is doing better.
Yeah.
But only
when I
because
say better, I mean mechanics and being smooth and not laggy or glitchy.
that's true, right?
Yeah.
You
And they
make
do
a good point.
updates and they're quick with them versus
And there's a
PUBG's
better reward
slow.
system, sure, but they
Right.
also target everybody instead of the hardcore gamers. So you're
That is
getting a
true.
bunch of kids, and all
That
they
is
want to
true.
do is get their
And it
stupid
is-
dances
it is very
and their
cartoony.
stupid
That's
skins,
true,
and
that's
it's very
true.
cartoony. I mean, that's why
I've seen I've heard all this talk about Fortnite, but I've seen like the gameplay and the look of how the game looks, and I'm just like, I'm out. That looks
I'm gonna be
fucking
honest.
stupid.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather eat lead than play Fortnite. But
I'm the
but
same
that's
way.
neither here nor there. I understand why people like it, and that's fine. That's great. I'm glad
Yeah.
people enjoy a video game. But it looks like
It looks stupid.
it looks
20
it is
years
the-
ago
it-
almost.
It is
Well,
the
not quite
dumbest
that
shit I've ever. It's like the Minecraft thing all
yeah,
over.
it looks
again.
like PS1.
It just looks like garbage.
But at least with Minecraft, like there was a creative aspect to it. There's nothing creative
True.
about Fortnite.
It was
All they
very-
did
well,
was
but it was
freaking
very
reskin
different
PUBG.
too. Minecraft was very, very
it
different.
is.
Right.
Because you know me, I usually don't defend Minecraft. You know how much crap I would give you for playing Minecraft. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why is
fun.
this enjoyable? But anyways, it's still like it's very different. Like there are no games like that you just go around building shit.
This
Yeah,
is true.
it's creative.
This is true.
You know?
It was unique, right?
yeah, you're
But I
right.
just-
That's
but I just
exactly
saw
right.
it-
It was unique. No,
Yeah,
like there was
true.
no other game like that.
But I just saw it. For me personally, I never
Graphics,
played
I'm sure.
Minecraft. It wasn't graphics. I'd care less, but I could make good graphics.
Yeah.
For me, there was no story. There was no point.
That's
Right?
true.
I
Yeah.
know
I see
that
that,
sounds
yeah.
crazy,
no,
but
no, I
but
could totally
it-
understand that.
But,
I
but
agree.
The fact that because the way I look at it is, if you're putting me in a game, you're telling me to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
That's not fun to me.
yeah.
I want there to
You gotta
be
play a storyline,
I
yeah.
want there to be a predetermined path, and not necessarily like linear, as in
Yeah,
Mirror's
yeah.
Edge, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
It could be
But-
like Skyrim.
Yeah, but
Open
but
world, I
tell
don't
you what
care.
to do.
Well, just give me an idea. Give
Or,
me
yeah,
a
an
quest to do.
objective.
Give me, yeah, exactly. Give me
Yeah,
an
give me
objective.
an
Give me a
objective, yeah.
monster to kill, or a quest to do,
Yeah.
or a chicken to kill. What? It doesn't matter. Give me something to
Chicken
do.
to kill.
Don't just pop me down and go build stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun to me. If
Do
I wanted
what
to,
you
if I
want.
wanted to build stuff, I'd become a fucking engineer,
Yeah,
and I get
that's
paid to
true.
do it.
I guess it depends on how you were
True.
raised, as a child.
And again,
I
there's nothing
could be
wrong with
wrong.
that.
I
There's
could be
nothing wrong
wrong,
with
but
that. Yeah.
let me ask you this: I could be wrong. Did you play with Legos?
Oh yeah, I love Legos.
Okay, so
Growing
that
up,
was my
huge
thing, right, with
Legos.
Minecraft. And then, again, this may be totally different, but for me, I grew up with Legos, and I loved. So
more-
Mega
I was
Blocks,
more of a Lincoln
Mega Blocks
Log
was
guy.
cool.
I was more a Lincoln Log guy myself.
But the thing with Legos though,
So there was
Just kidding.
different styles of people who did Legos,
Right.
right? Like there was the people who followed the instructions and built the giant Mega Block versions.
Me.
And when I say Mega Blocks, I'm not saying the big chunky Down syndrome ones.
hold on, the
but-
Death Star,
but-
30,000 pieces. Yeah, I did that.
So I built a dude. So
Of course you
living
did.
in Indiana, I had a crown molding shelf around my bedroom, and I had Mega Blocks. Yeah. So I had Mega Blocks surrounding my entire room. Right. I'm not saying I didn't do that
Good
because I
Lord.
loved it. I did.
Such royalty.
But I also so much enjoyed being with my friends and creating something out of nothing with my imagination, and I think that's where I got the appeal to Minecraft.
My
Yeah,
Lego,
no, I
my
totally-
Lego Death Star is better than your bullshit.
Hey, I mean, you're not wrong,
I could totally see why you would like that. I could totally
but
see how
that's
anyone.
where the appeal was with Minecraft. Where
no,
again
I
with
get that.
Fortnite, all it is just a copy paste version of PUBG with some
Yeah.
cartoon characters, so it appeals to children.
No, I could totally get
and some
that.
dances that the NFL players are doing now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's insane to me.
Is one of them kneeling for the national anthem?
It's probably out there, I'm sure, and you can pay money for it too, which means more money for the company, right?
But see, I also don't like the Fortnite. And there's a big reason I don't like it. It's not the cartooniness. It's not, and this I'm not talking about Fortnite. I'm talking about PUBG as well. It's not just that it's cartoony or that it's, to me, boring. It's It's the fact that you spend, let's just say on average 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour playing
Yeah.
this round, and there can only be one winner, which is real life. It makes sense, right? But I just feel like I'm wasting all my
Yeah.
time to never win.
Unless
feel
you get good at it, then there's a
Yeah.
nice reward to it, right?
Maybe. I'd rather play a game like
But
Siege
again,
where it's a
like
team
we just said,
aspect.
like we said, you're always chasing something. You're always chasing that dragon.
Right. But
You're always chasing
here's the
that
thing-
W.
But here's the thing, right? And another side note on that, right?
Yeah.
If when I play PUBG, it's like, yeah, 100 people get dropped in, and I sit here and I fight for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. And a lapsed amount of time
Yeah.
to win. And then it's over. I don't really get anything, and then I go do it again.
So I agree
There's
with you,
no
right?
purpose there for me.
Well,
Whereas
I'm just saying, that's kind of the same thing with
and,
zombies.
and that's the same thing. I didn't like zombies, right? There was no purpose
Really?
for me. For me, I have to have a goal. And I know it sounds crazy in a video game because it's
Yeah.
like you're sitting
No,
down
I
to play
get
for
you.
fun.
I get
But when I
you.
play Siege or when I played Call of Duty, I was prestiging. I was getting a rank. I was beating people that I knew that I
Yeah.
was better than.
No, I get you.
Because not only was I winning, but I was a higher rank than them.
Yeah, 'cause they're peasants.
They're
They're all peasants.
Well, no, there was
just kidding.
there was a purpose. You're right. They were peasants. But the point is,
See?
they were beneath me. They were the shit beneath my boot. Those maggots. But the point is,
Exactly.
well, it's not just that. It says I'm with a team too,
No, I
right?
get
So
you.
it's me and 4 other people working
Yeah.
together to beat that other garbage peasant
Yeah.
team. But the point is, there's a goal with
Yeah.
Fortnite or PUBG. I would win and I would get winner chicken, and I did. I got winner chicken dinner a lot in PUBG, and then it was like I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
I got this stupid box for this stupid cosmetic pants that I
Yeah.
could RNG. Maybe I could get it. And then I went and did it again and again. It was
Yeah.
the same thing. It was just
Yeah.
repetitive bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's not.
with zombies, it's even
it's the same thing
weird,
with zombies.
More
I never-
weird
I
because
never liked
you never
zombies.
beat it.
Yeah, exactly. There was no
There's
winning.
no winning. It's
doesn't
just
do
seeing.
anything.
It's just seeing how far you can.
Well, that's the same thing with
how-
Fortnite
how
and
long
PUBG.
you can
Winning
last.
doesn't do anything. You don't win anything.
Yeah.
At least with Siege, I get a rank.
You can see
and then I
how-
can go into casual and go, I'm a diamond. I'm a plat 1. I'm better than you. So there's a reason for it. I know
Yeah.
that sounds really petty and
Yeah,
pathetic.
yeah, no, I
but
get
there's
you.
a purpose. I get something. With Fortnite, every time I join a game, nobody thinks I'm better. Because I don't get anything for winning. I just look cool, I know it's just different.
So I guess I would say 3 things on it, just to kind of piggyback off what you're saying.
Sure.
So one, I agree. So that's where PUBG failed, and that's why Fortnite has grown so much bigger than PUBG was.
The biggest game of all time.
yeah, I mean PUBG was, and then Fortnite came out and just demolished.
That's what I'm saying.
it,
Fortnite,
right?
the biggest game of all time. Yeah,
Of course, and they did it because they didn't reward very well. Again, they give you the winner chicken dinner. They gave you a stupid crate. They gave you a freaking T-shirt you've already got 6 of.
yeah, exactly.
Right? So-
I have 6 red shirts.
Yeah.
I feel amazing.
Yeah. So one thing I'll say about that, right? Because I played the recent update where they have the full retail launch of it. I mean, obviously, if you already paid $30, you're-
Fortnite or
PUBG?
Okay, PUBG. Okay.
So, like, I already paid for the game a long time ago, so I don't have to pay for it again. But they have a full retail launch of the game now. They've fixed that, so it's better. But it's still not. I mean, they've already lost it, right? I mean, it's too little,
too
too
late,
late. It's
right.
too little, too late, right?
And you know what's crazy is more people play PUBG even now than people play Siege. You know what the average player base for PUBG is?
What is it, like 1 million people or something like that?
Every day, guess.
I don't know.
So every day, about 130 to 150 on. This is Steam. I looked it up literally just last week because me and a friend I play Siege with, he also plays PUBG. He's a big PUBG nut. We got into a little argument about it, and I thought I was right. I admitted I was totally wrong. On average, every day, about 130 to 150,000 people play Rainbow Six Siege. 850,000 people
Jesus.
play PUBG only on PC every day.
And that's not even compared to Fortnite. I mean,
Oh,
Fortnite's
Fortnite
in
is
millions.
Like, yeah, Fortnite's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 million people a day.
Oh my
It's
god.
insane.
yeah.
That's fucking
I didn't even
crazy.
bother looking it up because I know it's just astronomically
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
They're making billions of dollars in that game.
but
They're
that's-
just sitting back masturbating with their money. I guarantee. Heck, if I had that much money, I would masturbate into $100 bills too,
But that's the funny part, right?
just to do it. I gotta go take a shit and wipe my ass with a $100 bill.
yeah.
Yankee,
and they- yeah.
Yankee daddle do, bitch.
But so the funny part about Fortnite is like Fortnite, and I know I'm getting too much into this, but oh my god, I fucking hate Fortnite. But Fortnite, like the very little I've paid attention to it, the very little I've played it, it's such an easy game. Like that, it goes for everybody, right? That's why everybody plays it because it's easy. It's a participation trophy game. It's you can pay
Yeah.
for these cool dances. So you can look like a fucking faggot as you kill somebody. Like
as you
It's-
look like you're having a seizure.
Right. And I-
you have
and I-
seriously,
Tourette's.
And I know the argument.
And with PUBG, it was difficult.
Right.
Right. Like so, when you accomplished it, even
Yeah.
though there wasn't a physical reward,
That's what I'm saying.
you still felt
Like-
accomplished for
like-
beating it, right?
Like
just kind of like how we would get to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
round 50 on zombies.
yeah,
and
you're
things.
just like, oh my god.
You're like, I've never gotten this high before. Like, this
Yeah.
is amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. To a certain extent, it's nice having an objective. It's nice having a goal, and it's nice being team placed.
but it-
but
even
it is also
then-
satisfying to be like, I just took 100 people and I conquered it.
Yeah, yeah,
won.
no, I get-
Well, I
'cause,
understand-
You know, it's like
I
Highlander.
understand
Like there
it.
can only be one,
Right.
and I am the
Well,
one.
I understand
It's like the
for-
one. I am Eula.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds because then everyone leaves the round. Because here's the thing, right? As you're killing people, people don't typically sit there and watch people. They leave.
Yeah. Of
It's like
course.
you're number one, but nobody's there to see it.
No,
but
yeah, but who
And I know that
cares?
sounds crazy because it makes sense, right? It's all virtual anyway. But at least when I'm playing Siege or Call of Duty, when I win, everyone that I beat sees that I beat them. And it's not just that they see it; it's that I know
see your-
that they see that I beat
your
them.
silly
my
little character.
My e-peen, my virtual penis is so fucking. It's huge and throbbing, and it's down their throat, and I know it, and they know it, and it's great.
Oh my
because I
God.
beat them and they lost.
They suck.
And whether that's because I'm better or because I got lucky or because I have better internet and because they're poor and they live in Walmart, the point is I beat them and they know I beat them. Whereas like Fortnite, it's like maybe 10 people see I won, and then you
Yeah.
just go and do it over again. You don't get anything. You don't get a reward. You don't get, as far as I know, I could be wrong. There's no reward. There's no rank. I know that sounds crazy because again, it's all virtual. It doesn't matter. You're playing the game for fun.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of what
And
a
that-
video
that-
game was
and
ever
that-
meant.
I think that's why I could do PUBG more so. Like if I had to choose,
Fair
know,
enough,
again, I
fair
don't
enough.
play either
And
one.
again, I'm not knocking anyone that plays Fortnite.
No, I know.
It's
I'm
a
saying-
great
I'm
game.
saying, like,
it is a
like-
great game for those people. I will never touch it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't play either, but I think I would do the PUBG more so,
Right.
Because, like you just said, it just I know people leave and all that.
PUBG and
but-
Fortnite are both games that they're easy to play.
yeah, but
incredibly
it's like Nick said,
difficult.
it's hard.
Well-
yeah, it's
well,
hard,
so-
and
so-
it's something to work.
So what those
towards.
games are is they're easy to play,
Yeah,
incredibly hard to master.
yeah.
They're very very low skill cap to play,
But like you
incredibly
said,
high skill
there's
cap
not
to be
with,
gods.
in Fortnite. It's just you don't like get handed crap, or you
Right,
know,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
you
You
can't
work
just
for it.
walk in and just be like, I've got all this shit.
Well, you yes and no, right? So
Yeah.
my understanding is that if,
It's easier to get into than it is for PUBG, and that's why
Right.
it's exponentially better.
Yeah.
It gave you a better reward system, and it also made it a lot easier for new people to get into it. It wasn't a very hard learning curve. Now I agree with you, right? It's not a very hard learning curve for beginners.
Right.
It's an extremely hard learning curve for the people who want to be masters. Of
Right.
It, right. Like there's an incentive for everybody. If you want to be
Yeah.
new, it's good. It's easy to get into, and if
Yeah.
you want to be really, really good, there's a challenge to it. So
Yeah.
there's good, and that's where Fortnite succeeded. But again, they're also taking
Well,
the easy
maybe
way
I
out.
should
They're
play
appealing to everybody.
Maybe I should play Fortnite.
No,
'cause,
I'll
I
kill you.
just suck.
No, I'll kill you.
I suck at video games.
Play it. I won't play with you.
I'll kill you if you play it.
No, it's all good. I probably won't be playing anything here. Like, well, actually, you know,
Like
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
go up. I'm gonna go up behind you and
I'm
go.
gonna be laid up in my bed for for 2 weeks.
You do have
feeling
a,
the most.
You do have a sweet Xbox that was gifted to you. You
I
could,
was.
You could play Siege.
I know.
You could play
I
that.
was. I was.
That's sweet, sweet.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be the most lazy, unproductive asshole I've probably ever been in years.
We'll just do more
after
podcast
surgery.
episodes.
I'm gonna take my SIG
hell
and I'm
yeah.
gonna shoot your lock off your door. I'm gonna kick your door down. I'm gonna I'm gonna take your hand. I'm gonna put Siege in your hand. I'm gonna force you to insert it into the Xbox, and then I'm gonna duct tape the fucking controller to your hands and make you play Siege.
You should get him seeds for Christmas.
You're gonna get
Hell yeah.
you're gonna get diamond.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that if I tried.
I just want to create a little scenario or a scenario if you're an asshole. If you play Fortnite, I'm just gonna go right up behind you. Don't go shh, 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 shh. And I'm just gonna fucking stab you like 16 times from behind you.
It sounded
You know,
like
that's
like
okay.
you were masturbating a butter stick in your hand. Or like maybe
Okay.
you're like swirling macaroni and cheese. It reminds me of that stupid meme with the kid
Oh,
where she's
God.
cooking mac and cheese. He goes, "Mom," because yeah, that's what good pussy's. That's what good pussy sounds like. And she smacks
Oh
upside the head
my
with the wooden spoon.
God.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's Nick as a kid. That's a good pussy.
okay.
I wasn't that cool as a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah. We can't all be as cool as you, Steve.
I'm definitely not. I've never even seen a pussy.
You've never seen a
All
cat?
right, you know what? I'm gonna say that's a good note to wrap up on. I mean, we've been going at it for an hour 15. You know, I mean, is that not enough?
When I heard that, I was thinking a cat.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right?
I'm allergic to
That's
cats.
what good pussy sounds like.
Yeah, a cat. Yeah.
Oh, you would
Yeah.
know, Nick. You own one.
I do own one. And it lays in my lap.
Should get some hard.
Yo, I'm just going to go ahead and say this because it's already out there.
I don't care.
I got pussy in my lap every night.
He smells it. He pets it,
And it
he
purrs for
sniffs
me,
it.
boy. It purrs.
He loves it to
That's-
death.
I love her. Mm.
It's gross. I don't like cats.
Cats are cool. I like cats.
Yeah,
I'm
cats are
allergic
cool.
to cats. I can't be around them.
You
Well,
can
sucks to suck, kill yourself.
you know how to get
yeah.
how to not be allergic to cats, right?
I don't know.
Get a cat.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you're
I
not
used to
wrong.
be allergic. Me and my dad were
I
definitely
will
allergic to cats.
never get a cat.
We have 4 cats now. I am no longer allergic to cats.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't like. I can't stand.
You build up a tolerance.
I can't.
That's
Yes,
true.
I don't care about that. I can't stand
I'm gonna get you a cat
cats.
for Christmas.
No, I'll shoot it.
I'm gonna get you 2 cats for
I'll
Christmas.
shoot
He's
it.
going to get you cats for Christmas and Siege, and he's going to duct tape them to your face.
I'm willing. I'm willing.
While you're playing Siege.
I'm willing to bet I can get cats faster than you can reload. You will run
That's
out of
the most
you-
ridiculous.
You will run out of ammo before I finish getting you cats.
What in the hell?
You'll just every day you wake up and walk outside, there'll be like a box of kittens on your fucking porch.
They'll all be dead.
Wow, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah. You know, of all the things said tonight, that's where I draw the line.
No, that's too far.
That's
yeah,
dark. That's real dark,
dude. That's bad. All right.
Okay.
Okay. That's almost as dark as the Native Americans we stole this land from.
That's darker than my best friend.
Because, this is the Thanksgiving special, and we got to bring it full circle,
Oh yeah, it's
That's darker than
Thanksgiving
Junior.
tomorrow.
People don't know Junior yet.
Shout out Junior.
Don't worry about it. He's a black friend.
He'll be a guest
Yeah,
eventually.
he'll be on there at some point.
So that joke is as dark as Native Americans we stole this land from. Just got to say that joke one more
It's-
time.
It's darker
Yeah.
than the turkey tomorrow.
I don't like black meat.
Do you like white meat? What you meant to say was dark meat.
Yeah, I meant to say dark meat.
Nick likes the black meat. He likes the black puss.
Okay. Oh, all right.
He likes
Alright.
it. He likes it in his lap.
All right.
All right.
Jesus, Steven. Now I
Stop
gotta.
it. End it now before I kill myself.
I don't
Yeah.
blame him. I like the black puss too.
All right.
That's what good puss
Shut
like.
End it.
your mouth.
Kill me.
Steven.
You can end it whenever
Thank
you
you.
want. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks, Connor.
It was wonderful having you here,
I
Steven.
loved having you on here.
You're welcome.
It was
Thank
fun.
you. I enjoyed it.
Let's do it again sometime.
Episode part 3 was way better than parts 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's a little more. I don't know.
Hopefully, it wasn't too much of a cluster F for everybody listening. But
Oh, it was
whatever.
definitely a cluster F. Wait, are we not saying bad words?
I don't know. It's just me. I'm Nick Webster. I don't curse quite as much as Connor.
He tries to censor himself just a little bit.
a little bit, but sometimes I get angry or aggravated.
Wait, do you
or
care, Connor?
I don't care at all.
Parts 1 and 2 were clusterfucks for sure.
No,
Yeah,
they-
this one was
they
pretty-
definitely were.
This one was pretty chill. This was actually probably one of the. This is I won't say the best episode. Episode 3 was pretty amazing. This one's pretty good though.
You say it's the best because you're a part of it. That's
No,
why.
I didn't say that. I said episode
No,
3
no,
was
no. You
better.
didn't have to say it. We just know.
This one's pretty good. This one's better than episode 4. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, episode 4 was.
You're welcome.
Episode 4 was cool.
You're welcome.
Shout out to Moo Moo.